Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the... ...23-yard line.
Let's go. Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there right off the bat. 61 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Forced out to his left. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to... Stop before he could even get started. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White from 6 yards away. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 64 yards.
Black, E2.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Now he's forced out right. And this will be incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Right,
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Black, E2. 3 down.
Play fake. Cousins toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Aldrick Robinson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. The NFC North champion Chicago Bears, they take the field here again on offense. Their first division title this year since 2010. They clinched it back in Week 15 with that victory over Green Bay. Of course, Green Bay's had their number, especially in recent years. But what a season it's been for Chicago.
And when you think about their previous 4 years, 5-11, 6-10, 3-13, and 5-11 again in 2017. Now they'll have at least one home game in Soldier Field in January. This is a big turnaround. And I'd say go ahead and engrave the Coach of the Year award to Matt Nagy, their head coach. And it also will seal hirings going forward. Sean McVay with the Rams in 2017. Matt Nagy with the Bears in 2018. Look for those offensive guys to get the first crack at these jobs.
To the right side, complete to Miller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
18. Hey, gotta go.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Sherrill. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings making their way out. And let's take this time to talk about the Vikings Club Championship of Madden. It was held in mid-December, and your winner, I.B. Straffen, or is it I.B. Strafen? You've got the pronunciation guy.
I.B. Strafen.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to air one out, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Play action now. Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Listen to me.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
He'll get it up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Cousins on the keeper. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And he's got it up and through. Bailey now to kick this one away. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking for White on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now it's Trubisky, and he comes back with one complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Hang on, we got, you see it, you see it? Put up, 180!
On first down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Gun!
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Escaping the pressure right. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Bailey able to knock it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Blue, blue, blue.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Red, up, 180.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, it's Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Red's up. Red's up. Red's up.
Now Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Move. Sit up. Hey, 18.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Sherrills to return it. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that trial. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 41 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On play action, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Trying to improvise. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 15.
18.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Trubisky finding White on a big play. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
18.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flushed out right. He's got it. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Spurs.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one goes for 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Gabriel. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Able to get away. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Two. Let's go.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Again, it's Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
win. No new